Hey guys, it's Tara. Excuse me. This morning on the way to get breakfast, as I do every morning of my life, I was listening to the song that I learned the dance to yesterday. Just trying to really get a feel for the words and the groove, if you would say, of the music. And it's so funny because I made this whole video about how I was so happy that this choreographer actually went by counts. A lot of hip-hop dancers don't use counts. They use noises almost, you know? And I was sitting there listening this morning, and I realized when I just stopped, like, doing the choreography in my brain to the song, when I just solely listened to the song, I was rushing it. I was trying to do the counts, but the counts I was doing in my head were actually just a smidge too fast. When I stopped counting and just let the music go, then added the choreography back into my head just as I was driving, listening, you know, just kind of going through it in my brain, I was like, oh, no wonder this looks like a crumbled mess because I'm rushing it. If you really stop and listen to the music, the steps just groove with it. There really isn't... Damn you, Hannah. You're right. You're so right. In hip-hop dance, it is different. Yes, you can use counts. And yes, counts are good for especially anyone starting out. If you don't know how to count music, it's gonna be a hard go, okay, for you to learn how to really dance and be with the music. And then I feel like you kind of do need that base layer of knowledge to count beats before you can learn to dance to go off the counts. I do not have corona. It's just allergies. But like if you stop counting, which is so hard for a dancer, okay? You guys, we have literally been ingrained with counts. Well, I was 4 when I started dance. Technically, you're allowed to be 2, and you have to be potty trained. And you can start dance at 2 years old. So if you start at 2 years old, right, and you're ingrained through a company or you're actually going to a studio to take dance classes, odds are you're going to be taught with counts, especially ballet. Ballet just doesn't have the musicality to explain steps on noises. You know, like hip-hop, obviously we use hip-hop music. There's a lot of ba-da-da, you know, there's a lot of ba-da-da, you know, da-da-da, whatever in hip-hop. Think about classical ballet music. You don't have that. So you need your count. You need your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. You know, you need that in ballet training. And, you know, sometimes even tap. You know, sometimes your taps need to be on a certain count, which is also just a certain beat of the music. It depends on the music. In hip-hop, you're going off a whole different style and genre of music. And yes, counts helped me. They did. They helped me learn it. But now that I know the choreography in my head, and I'm just solely listening to the music and just kind of I'm not actually dancing it. I'm just kind of thinking it out as the music plays. But I totally realized on the one part that I was having so much trouble, I'm rushing it. I'm rushing it. When I stood back and I just let the music play and kind of envisioned the choreographer doing it instead of myself doing it, for some reason it clicked in my brain that, like, duh, Tara, you're the frickin' problem. Like, you're the one, I'm going too fast. I'm mumbling it because I'm trying to just go off the count. And she does these couple, like, little in-between, you know, like hold 5, 6, 7, you know, or, you know, you'll step on 4, hold 5, and then you'll have 6, 7 to do something, you know. But when you take those counts away and you can just kind of listen to the music and watch someone else, watch the creator, and watch how their body, like, fluidly moves to the music, that's when you can kind of take a step back and erase those counts, and then you're like, okay, I'm getting the vibe now. I'm rushing this part. I need to slow this down. It needs to be more accentuated. You know, the vibe of the song is telling, you know, is doing this, and maybe I need to inflect this movement and make this one a little softer because of just the way that the song is coming off. And in order to, I guess, really connect with dance, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to let your body just take over to whatever the vibe and the energy of the song is. You know, you can't go in trying to hit a soft, more like sexy or laid back song with like really hard, intense, you know, like crump music. You know, like you can't. You have to have the feeling of the song. You have to have the feelings of the lyrics and whatever the vibe of the choreography is. It's amazing. It's a challenge. It's a learning experience. But when you get it, and when you can like feel that music and make your body move to the vibe of the music, and it be genuine. Let it be genuine. You don't always have to act. Sometimes you do. You know, if it's a sexy song and you ain't feeling that damn sexy today, guess what? Bitch gonna act. Okay? But, like, you don't have to. This isn't necessarily a sexy dance. It's, you know, I'm back up on my bullshit. Like, you don't care about me. I'm gonna go do me. I'm gonna drop you, and I'm gonna go do me. And it's kind of an empowering song, but the vibe is very, like, chillax, you know? I don't know. You guys would have to go listen to the song, but it's a really cool song for us girls, you know? It's empowering, explicit, but you'll find that with most hip-hop. But yeah, this morning when I was just driving along, it dawned on me, like, oh shit, Tara, you're rushing this one part because you're using the counts instead of slowing down and just listening. Just listen. If you listen, you'll know exactly where you're supposed to hit what. Like, if you just listen close enough, and you have to take the choreography out, okay, and just listen to the music. So, if you know that you're getting ready to take a dance class, and you know the song that they're gonna use, I would 100% tell you to listen to that song over and over and over again, even before you take the dance class. So, like, my online classes, sometimes they'll give you a little preview, you know, of what's coming up. Take the song, listen to the song, like, listen to it first, get the vibe, get the feel of the song, get the words of the song, find out what they're talking about, what they're trying to emote with this song. Then when you learn the choreography, you can really just match it. You know what I mean? You can blend it, you can mesh it, and it's so amazing. Like, I'm getting ready to go try this dance again. Now that I know it, I can just play the song and do it. I don't need to pull the video back up. See if I can slow this sucker down and actually get it to feel right. Like, I know the steps, okay? I know the song, but there's just a couple parts to me that I feel like I'm just rushing. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm just stumbling over myself because I feel like I'm rushing it. But really, I need to slow it down, because if you slow it down, you're still totally on beat. I don't know why I'm rushing it for some reason, but I am. So I'm gonna go attempt to see if I can figure this out. Hopefully I can get this taped in the next couple days. I don't know, my mom's still working, so she has to kind of be my cameraman. So, I don't know if I'll get it taped in the next couple days. If not, this weekend, she'll be off work. But that'll give me a few days to perfect it, because obviously I don't have it down yet. So, yeah, I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I didn't really have a topic for this morning, except to say Hannah was completely right. You know, hip-hop is sometimes easier without counts. So, hats off to you, Hannah. it's been a long time since I've danced. Obviously, you can tell that now. oh, you guys need to check out this guy, Flagrant. Flagrant, maybe? He's on YouTube, and he's a comedian, and he has, like, this podcast or something with his, like, best friend. They're hilarious. So they were doing one I was watching last night about dropping your first N-word, and they're funny. I'm not gonna even get into that. I don't want, you know, that's not where I'm trying to go. But check them out. I'm always trying to give you guys, you know, fun new things to watch, or stuff that interests me that might interest you in this horrible quarantine time that, you know, we're all struggling to keep interest in anything, really. So if dance isn't your thing, check out this podcast, or they're on YouTube. They're funny. They're really funny. They get a little raunchy, but I'm 30, I'll be 34 in like 2 months, so, you know, I don't give a shit. But, like, I think they're funny. Y'all should check them out. Of course, you know, he has like 3 or 4 episodes dedicated to Tiger King. Those are stinking hilarious. And David Spade interviewed almost the entire cast of Tiger King on his late night with David Spade or whatever. It's also on YouTube. He interviewed almost the whole cast. Of course not Carol Baskin. Hey, all you cats and kittens. Anyways, he didn't get to her. Of course, she probably won't talk to anybody, and I don't blame her. She killed her effing husband. Anyways, so I would check them out too. I don't personally find David Spade that funny, but they are talking about a Tiger King movie, and I mean, you cannot not let Joe Dirt be Joe Exotic. Like, who? No, there is no such world. David Spade, I will take up a campaign. David Spade has to play Joe Exotic. He would be the absolute most perfect actor to portray Joe Exotic. Although I hope David would bring some seriousness to it. You know, I feel a little bad. My dogs are flipping out. I feel a little bad for Joe Exotic. No. Is he innocent and everything? No, he is not. But I do not think he should be the only one in prison. I think we all feel that way from watching the show. I think pretty much all the main characters need to be in prison. You know, Jeff Lowe, James, the dude that came in at the end that, you know, looks like a little Chucky doll. Carol definitely needs to be in prison. She ain't no damn better than the rest of them, okay? She started out breeding and selling and buying cubs, and then she decided it was wrong. So, like, I love that she had a change of heart, but she still charged for her tickets. She still profited from sponsors. I don't know. I don't see her doing any better than any of the other shifty ones, you know, in the cast. And no, I don't think Joe Exotic should be in prison alone, anyways. I don't think he should be in prison for the murder for hire. I don't think he was smart enough. And I don't mean that in, like, a mean way. Obviously, he's intelligent. He's run this zoo, not greatly, but I don't know any of us out there starting a zoo, you know? So, he's not stupid. But he would not go on his internet podcast every single night and bash this woman to the ground. If he really planned, because they would know he would be the #1 suspect. Like, he's stupid, but he's not that stupid, okay? Like, he would have to know, okay, well, I've threatened, and then if she dies, who are they gonna look at? Of course they're gonna look at you. So, I don't think he actually planned and, like, hired and paid someone to kill her. No, I don't. Do I think he needs to be in jail for animal cruelty or mishandling or whatever? Yes, I do. But, you know, Jeff Lowe, Alan Glove or whatever, that James guy, they all, and Carol. We're not leaving Carol out. They all need to be in prison with him. And I don't think Joe should serve that long of a time. Because even though it is wrong, and I hate that he shot animals in the head, I mean, if they're sick, you need to put them down. I don't agree with shooting them. You should have a vet come out and do it the correct, painless, way. But at the end of the day, how else do you put down a big cat? If you don't have the money for a vet, you're kind of doing things a little rogue anyways. Can we really be that judgmental about it? When there's such bigger issues, none of those cats were taken care of on any of their property. I think they all need all their cats taken away, or animals. I don't think any of them were doing a good job at taking care of the cats, and the cats suffered the most out of the entire documentary. That's who I felt the most sad for. But anyways, if they do this Joe Exotic movie, David Spade 100% needs to be Joe Exotic, and God almighty, will I pay good money to go see that movie. I wish they'd come out with like a season 2. I don't know how much footage they have, but I feel like there's more, and I feel like we need more. Obviously, it's been a huge phenomenon. So yeah, those are just a couple, YouTube podcast type things you can check out if the dance really isn't in your library of tricks. If you're more just a sit and kind of watch type of person, those are a couple really good YouTube podcast type things you can watch and get into, and they're really funny. And yeah, I guess I shall hopefully, I'll record this dance this week at some point. I don't know when, and I'll post it. But Hannah, yeah, you were totally right, girl. Totally right. And it took me listening to the song this morning before it clicked in my head, and I was like, I'm rushing that. No wonder it feels so weird. So anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Subscribe and check back in later. Bye.